Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first time viewer. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. Please like and comment on this video. This is my recap, my review for Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 7, Episode 6. Swimming with the gefilte fishes. Now, the episode actually starts off with Dolores. Dolores is home and she gets awoken by construction because her ex-husband has decided, he's going to go and renovate her kitchen. Because I know she mentioned that before. He took it upon himself to go and do that. And Dolores is just like, of course, she's not appreciative, but she just thinks to herself, we're not in a relationship anymore. You've always consistently helped me, and I appreciate that. But a little bit of consideration as far as just letting me know that this is actually going to happen would have been nice. And also, that also leads her into realizing she has to put her foot down and also make a way for herself so that she doesn't have to worry about someone else being able to do whatever they want because it's their checkbook. Now, Siggy was there as well. Siggy and Dolores, they go to Jacqueline's house. Jacqueline was actually shoveling her front way, and Jacqueline informs them what happens while they were while she was talking to Teresa. Of course, we know that Jacqueline went under the belt by talking about Teresa and the whole jail time. Well, not the jail time, but the fraudulent papers, financial papers, excuse me, something of that nature. And so that was the main reason why they actually got jail time. And that's when Teresa talked about Jacqueline and her financial issues, and it just snowballed from there. And of course, Siggy made the great point, which we were all thinking, which is, so you hurt her, she decided to go and hit you under the belt as well, and then now you are where you are. You guys are friends, so this is ridiculous. At the same time, Melissa is talking to her husband, Joe, and Melissa's upset that Jacqueline brought your name up, and Melissa just feels like, you guys are you and your sister are on great terms right now, and Jacqueline could have derailed that with this one conversation, so now they have to talk. Teresa's at home, Teresa's talking with Joe, and Teresa now is about to go and get her ankle bracelet cut off. So shout out to Teresa for that, and also Teresa has to talk with Joe and the rest of the family because she doesn't really like how things have been, how things are currently running nowadays, because of the fact that, I want to get that a little bit lower. There we go. Because of the fact that she was gone for like a year, almost a year for a year, and things change. A lot of things change, and how her family interacts with each other, she's not really feeling that. So, family meeting. Next, we have Melissa goes and talks with Jacqueline, and Jacqueline tells her side of the story of how Teresa wasn't really being open or receptive, and so Melissa was just like, the fact that you called my brother, though, it could have caused a lot of problems. And Jacqueline's just like, wait a minute, I wasn't the one that actually brought up your brother. Teresa brought up the fact that your brother said what he said about me, so I want to call him to get his side of the story. And so then Melissa's just like, oh, Teresa said that? Okay. But the whole point is, I need you to watch out for that because they're on good terms, so please just, and that's when Jacqueline said, okay, I get it, so I just won't talk about your sister. And she said, no. It's crazy that we can't do this whole, because you guys aren't friends or aren't cool, we just pretend that each other don't exist when we're around the other. No, we can't do that. We have to figure out something else. So again, that gets the wheels in motion in the back of everyone's minds. But how to get Jacqueline and Teresa back together. Now we're at Siggy's and her parents come over. Her parents come over and kiddish. I think that's what it is, like every Friday or so. They go and have dinner, and also just because they're Jewish. Well, she's Jewish. Her children, I guess, technically are as well. But the issue is that their culture was kind of like put on the back burner almost when she got into her new relationship, which she's been in for a very long time now. But she realizes she has to go and at least try to ingrain herself and her culture back into the mainstream as far as her family life's concerned. Now, speaking of family life, we're back at Jacqueline's house, and Ashley's there with her boyfriend, and Chris brings up, well, you know, eventually marriage and all that stuff. Next thing we know, Jacqueline goes and now it's time to clean up, and Ashley's boyfriend's helping out, and that's when Ashley's boyfriend basically tells Jacqueline that he wants to go and propose to Ashley. Jacqueline is thrilled because it's like, my baby's growing up, and he actually wants her to come and check out the rings, make sure that he gets the right ring for her daughter. Oh, like, oh, that's so nice, that's so cute. And then we get past that. Teresa talks with Melissa, and Melissa and Teresa, Melissa's just like, okay, so what's your side of the story? Teresa's just like, Jacqueline's crazy. She went talking about, you know, the legal stuff under the belt. And again, Teresa didn't say anything that was wrong. And Joe had this look of, damn it, why can't you women just get along? I want to be with my friend Chrissy. That's all it's good. And Melissa, again, the story pretty much checked out. So now she has to figure out, what is she going to do? Because this can't continue to stand between Jacqueline and Teresa. Damn, I'm tired because my eyes look crazy right now. I know it. I know it. Anyway, guys, Siggy is back at home. Siggy's back at home, and she's trying to tell her son, well, you know, we're going to start to do kiddish. And he was just like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, excuse me? After that, we're at Dolores' home. Her ex is there, and their son's there. Dolores says, look, if you're going to go and do construction, I need to have a say-so. Okay, what do you want? This wall has to go. This wall's in the middle of it. Okay, half the wall. Oh, yeah, and also the floors. Let's talk about you doing something with the floors and about the floors, too. And, again, this is kind of Dolores' version of getting some type of independence from her ex without stepping on his toes or seem like she's not appreciative, because she is. She's very much so. She just needs some boundaries. Now, at Siggy's house, they're setting up for kiddish. Everyone's starting to come there. No cell phones. Of course, her daughter still doesn't have her cell phone for her getting in trouble for having it in the first place in school. Now, Teresa's like, look, I need all of you to go and write things down so that you can just vent your frustrations or things you like, things you don't like regarding this family. Melania goes first, and she doesn't like the fact that basically Gia and her father make fun of her weight. And again, they're not doing it intentionally, but they do use the word fat. And again, it's not intentionally to be hurtful, but it hurts her. And she feels like her mom doesn't listen to her. Gia feels like, Mom, you don't listen. You're a little bit extra, a little too extra for us. It puts us on edge. And Joe, you need to just chill out, fall back. And again, it's hard to hear when your kids are saying some real stuff like things you don't listen, or the things that you say hurt their feelings, or it makes them feel bad. So I was like, wow, this is a real season. Real general issues. Cool. Where's the drama? Anyway, back at Siggy's house, her son is on the phone, and her sister's trying to let her know it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to go, and it doesn't have to be us. As long as we're together, as long as everything is going well, don't nitpick. Don't do too much, because you're going to push them away. And I feel like they need to say that to Siggy a couple of more times, because I think she's so afraid of something happening, or not being so sure if what she's doing is working or if it's right, that she's going to cause her kids to, they'll love her, but they'll love her from more of a distance than she wants. She wants them right here, right next to her at all times. She needs to allow them to know that they can be over here and make them want to come back here sooner rather than later. Now we're at Melania's birthday party. This year we're doing this small. Instead of a huge party, we're renting her a pink huge stretch limo, and we're taking her to the indoor like skydiving thing. Where it's not really skydiving, because you're more so going up than down. But you guys know what I'm talking about. That huge cylinder, you go in, you wear the specialty outfits, and you're basically flying in the air. Did it, even though she wasn't comfortable doing it. So shout out to her for that. I guess it's true. When you have kids, you you learn that you have to do a lot more, even if you don't like to do something or you're afraid of it, because the last thing you want to teach your kids is to be fearful of a lot of things, even things in general. But now it's Jacqueline, and she's with her soon-to-be son-in-law, and they're picking out rings, and Jacqueline's just so excited and so thrilled because her daughter is growing up. She's so proud of her. She appreciates that she found someone that actually seems like a good guy. And we switch back to Teresa, and Teresa and Joe are talking to Melania, and Melania's just like, yeah, I want to do real skydiving next year, but as we know, Joe will be in jail next year. She was just like, oh, you'll be away at camp. You know, when kids are younger, you say camp. And it was just sad. It was sad because it's like, of course, when you have kids, you never envision yourself going to jail or doing something that would cause you to be away from your kids. We're back at Dolores' house, and her dog is sick. He has, was it liver cancer or something's wrong with his liver or kidney? Long story short, he's unfortunately dying, and of course, Dolores is just like, it's sad because he was with me do all the bad stuff. I guess that means it's a new day, new horizon. It's right around the corner, and so I guess I don't need him like I needed him before. Now Dolores, they're still doing construction, and now Siggy and Jacqueline come over because they're going to go and break some things. They're going to go and break some things, and they're going to do it now. It was funny. It was funny. Sledgehammers, what was it? Tools to cut the wood and all that stuff. It was cool. It was fun to watch them do that. But then Dolores gets a call. She gets a call from this her partner for the gym, and he's pissed because it's just like, where are you? You promised me that you would be here. You promised me that you would put more effort into this business, and you're not doing so. Am I in this alone? Is that what's going on? Am I in this alone? And Dolores realized, you know what, maybe I'm sabotaging this because I don't want to be as independent as I say I do from my ex. And that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Now, Melissa and Dolores and Siggy all devise a plan. You know what? Let's go to Crystal Springs. You've heard of Crystal Springs, haven't you? Oh yeah, and Teresa isn't really drinking like that anymore. So shout out to her. It's also good because there's a lot of calories in alcohol, regardless of what alcohol you drink. A lot of people don't know that. So, but she's just like, yeah, let's go to Crystal Springs. Yeah, just the girls' night. And Teresa asked the right question. Who's going to be there? Who's going to be there? Oh no, we'll have a good time. Who's going to be there? Oh, it's going to be, you know, Ziggy. Who, is that it? And Jacqueline will be there too. Oh my gosh, and Jacqueline felt the same way. It was like Teresa. But again, those are their friends, so they're going to do this for their friends. And Teresa's book came, and it's officially done. You know, Teresa's going to be on the best, New York's bestseller. And the issue is that Teresa's like, you know, I have to do what I need to do to create an income because you're going to be away. So I have to, you know, really get back on my grind. And it just sucks. That whole situation just sucks. And Teresa's talking about, you know, this is my first weekend with freedom, and I have to spend it with someone who I don't really like right now. But it's a good thing that she went, because you'll see in my next video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. La 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 la.